G'day mate, and welcome back to Factorio with me, Jetty. This episode we're just going to try and get military science up and running, and at the same time we're also going to... Really? My inventory is that full? It's that full. No, oh, don't make those. Make those. Yeah, boo-boos happen. I don't know. I can't even afford a box of shame. Alright, we're going to start... Oh, box of shame. New box of shame. Deconstruct those so we pick up... No, I want to copy the concrete. Yeah, we're going to start laying in paths wherever we can. I do want to put in many paths as the series continues, just to help me get around the base a little bit faster. I didn't pick up red inserters because we ran out of inventory space, and those science packs can finally go away. Okay, so military science. I want to get military science up and running. We don't desperately need it, but it just wouldn't hurt to have built. We must have it all unlocked. Yes? Yes. Okay, so let's just set the recipes on these. We want... You're going to be... Your iron, your coal, so your grenades. Because I used upgrade planner to downgrade these, it lost the recipe. But that's a quick fix. Alright, so with that said and done, we're going to have your iron. So we just want to hook up these belts as fast as we possibly can. Same story as before. We want to prioritize left and plug all those guys in. We want a red underground there. And continue bringing those along in the mess that they are. We can now copy that because that's going to be pretty much our stock standard from now. Pop that in there. So that's our iron hooked up. We need to get that steel, that's copper. I'm going to need more red undergrounds because of my bus size. Yoink. Oh, also, that's another thing we want to do. I want to change this upgrade planner. Well, actually, I want a new upgrade planner probably because it's going to be quicker. We want to change every yellow inserter to a blue inserter. And we want to do basically everything we can see. Because yellow inserters are just not fast enough to keep these machines running. We need way higher iron input, we need way higher gear input, we need way higher of every single input. Okay, so with that said and done, we can now get... one of these is copper and one of these is steel. AP ammo. AP ammo requires way more copper than... steel, so obviously that's the copper lane, which we're going to plug in like that. Steel is actually all the way back here somewhere. Where are you? Steel in here like this. Underground, more undergrounds. And then one of the other belts that I haven't brought across is actually coal. So going back along our bus system, we have green circuits. We have, well, green circuits and 2 more lanes of green circuits plus 2 lanes for gears. So I'm guessing this one is going to have to be our coal lane. Which hopefully I now have enough red undergrounds. We should be able to clear some of this stuff out. You're going down. Nope. ran out already. Okay. But yeah, we need to get coal on the bus. It only goes to that one destination. But it's one of those things that we're just going to need really for military science. It's the only place... Oh, that and plastic. And plastic... For plastic, I'd actually advise a dedicated line rather than doing what I'm going to do here, which is literally pinch it off a smelter. So I'm just going to steal a little bit off a smelter. We don't need a great amount. And if that radar was not in the way, we'd take the other half off there. Actually, nope, that's wrong. There, like that. So that should give us a belt of coal, which is all we're going to need. Research-wise, there's nothing we desperately need. So I'm going to do... Okay, we have stacking belt boxes, which is something we're definitely not going to be playing with in this part of the series. We're going to play with that in the second series, the ones coming off from this one, which is where we make a mega base. But stacking belt boxes are basically... it's been suggested many, many times in Factorio's history that we have the ability to basically stack things like you would on a pallet and then ship a pallet down the belts. And it's basically what this does. It's a little box that lets me stack all sorts of things. So I can compress iron, like 25 iron ore into a single item and then ship it off on the belt. Same with iron plate, all that sort of stuff. So that's what these guys do. Again, we're not going to play with them right now. And for now, we're literally just going to start the front list and just pick every science we possibly can. I just want science running, and crap, you actually do need a red belt. We'll run this along. And you go in where? Over there somewhere. That's the coal line. Okay, so we need red undergrounds. I need to stop at my box of shames and drop off more junk. Actually, we can take all that coal and get rid of it. Grab more of those. This is now running a whole lot better because we have more faster inserters. Okay, so that's done, that's done, that's done. We're going to reverse our science belt. We're going to take the science out the back. And basically ship it in, well, anywhere here and above. And I'll put that... Do we? Yeah, let's intentionally put it on the other side of the belt. And lay this belt in. This will give us military science. Up and running. AP ammo. Nope, we still need walls. Walls is the last item we need. Which... Where's that belt? There's the belt over there. So we're going to bring this belt along. And let's try and do things a little bit properly. Okay, walls go in here. And walls, I literally just need one assembler. One assembler with some fast input. You're going to make walls, please, sir. And this one's not included in the blueprint because... it's one of those things you can either choose to make on-site at your actual brick production, or in my case, I choose to make it down here. So it's a either or, whichever suits you best situation. Where are we? I was coming here for belts. And I'm also coming here for blue inserters, blue assemblers, so we can do mass upgrade, mass upgrade, mass upgrade, mass upgrade. I want that upgrade planner. All those inserters need to go faster. Those inserters need to go faster. Those inserters need to go faster. All those input inserters need to go faster. Hey, we got trains. Upgrade planner, all of those, and all of those. Are you going to keep up? No. Now you're keeping up. And now you're not keeping up. Okay. Done. Alright. So that's military science being done. That's all you guys upgraded. We are also going to do a swipe right across there for those guys. I want to dump my excess into there and cut you back to 1 tile now, because now we're going to use tier 2 assemblers for everything we possibly can. Oh, and I'll let you... steel furnaces, we're going to grab them as well. Okay, that's the other thing I want to do. This episode I want to do oil, so I need inventory space. I need a crap ton of inventory space. You guys like copper? Have some copper. Same time, we're probably going to pass you guys over with an upgrade planner. Although I might do that on the way back. Please tell me... No, I could still do with less copper in my inventory. Way better! 0 copper in my inventory. Iron, you like iron, you like iron, you like iron, you. Any of you guys like iron? Have iron. You like iron, you don't like iron, you don't like iron, you like iron. Yeah, a little bit of overkill, but that's okay. Okay, way better inventory-wise. Alright, I want all the pipes, all the more pipes. I want all the refineries. We need to... Actually, need to upgrade every single one of you guys. Okay. Alright, oil. Oil is the name of this episode. We want to get it up and running. I've probably got enough pipes. I don't have engines unlocked. I do have engines unlocked, but I don't have pumps unlocked. I'd really like pumps. What are we missing down here? Oh, inserters. Have some inserters as we run past, please. Purple trees, blue trees. Oil, black gold. This is what we want. Okay. Come on, robots. Get to work. Excellent. Alright. Easiest way to plumb these together is just with a straight pipe, okay? Don't worry about using fancy undergrounds or anything just yet. Just get a straight pipe. Make sure you pass by every refinery with your straight pipe, and then after the fact, you can then worry about making it fancy using underground pipes. It's just the quickest way to get things up and running. I need to be able to see what I'm doing. We're going to face you that way and you that way, and okay, straight away I can see my first bit of underground pipe is going to be there to there, and then anywhere there's a decent straight section. So that's all 2 tiles, 2 tiles, 2 tiles, 2 tiles. So really none of these. It looks like literally that one and probably that one. That's it. That's... You know what? I might actually move that across from there to there. Alright, power poles time. 22. We're running out already. In fact, I'm probably going to run out before we get back to base. Because I don't believe in being careful with my power poles. I really like just dumping them down everywhere and knowing that I'm not going to have any issues with anything accidentally being unpowered. Alright, oil. Now I don't have any copper to make any power poles, do I? Nope. Alright, so we're going to run our oil pipe down a little bit. Now, oil is going to need access to water, which is all the way down here. Because the way my map's set up, I don't have a lot of water accessible elsewhere. Just double click on every one of those. So I've got 2 options. I can either pipe the water up or I can pipe the oil down. Because later on, I actually have a mod that lets me place water in the ground. I figure if we can landfill everything, we should, in theory, be able to just water fill things as well. I'm actually just going to run the water up to where I'm making oil. I figure that's the easiest way. If I get rid of those, I could probably craft 200 and something of those. Really? Okay, fine. I'll put them back down, and I'll put the copper. Actually, I can dump the copper ore and something on the way through, like you and you. Okay, done. All right. Water-wise, we're going to put down some of our brand new shiny pumps because yes, Factorio updated. We now have the pretty shiny offshore pumps, which look. I got to admit, they look way better. And no, we can't put them beside one another. Didn't think so. So I want to have underground pipes. Yeah, I want you to come up as far as possible. And you to come up to there. Best spot to run these. Probably through on this side. So we're going to want to go copy, paste, paste. Running pipes a little bit of a nightmare. Nope. That's all going to move down a tile, and then you guys got to move in a tile, so I can make that a nice neat corner and put a pipe there. I built myself in. That's a first. Okay, copy you two, paste them there. Of course you're gonna overlap. Actually, we'll cut them back and go back a tile. So again, I can put in another corner. Pipe there and there. That should dodge everything, I hope. And the reason I'm running 2 water pipes, I don't actually need water right off the bat. Actually, I think I need it. No, I don't even need it for sulfur. Or maybe I do. The reason I'm running 2 water pipes off the bat is I know eventually I'm going to need a somewhat substantial water supply up here at the new at wherever I'm doing oil. So I prefer to just run 2 pipes at the same time, especially as I've got bots that are helping out, and just get it done, so to speak. Although I have a feeling I'm really chewing through my underground pipe supply. Okay. Alright, next planning phase is steel. I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I actually want 5 belts of steel. Because 5 belts of steel is 1 full belt of steel. So yeah, that's really pushed my oil build up much higher than I originally anticipated. It's going to be basically where oil is. Which is fine by me. Refineries. Now, I don't have a blueprint for this. I will probably make available whatever I decide to build as a blueprint. Oh, actually, no. No. What I'm going to do is, if you guys want to steal my oil build, which, like I said, with most of my... As I said right at the start, I don't tend to blueprint things, so, you know, I've done oil... Cancel. I've done enough oil builds that this should be reasonably good build, I hope. Yeah, there's too many commands for the robots. They're suffering. Can I just get power, please? Okay, that'll give me power. Eventually, you guys will have power. I need actual iron plate, of all things. That's like miles away. Brick. Do any of you have iron? Or you do? Just a couple bits. Cool. Tank. Power pole. Yeah, I know. We're going to put down another box of shame. There we go. You happy now? second thoughts, we've decided not to trim down that forest. My power poles don't have power in them. Really? Do they now have power? No. Power. 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 No power. That power pole. Ghost of power poles is still a pain to see. Okay. Alright. So, refinery. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to hook up these and use our underground pipes to separate these guys out. We're going to copy that because that's going to be the water input later. Oh, really? I just contaminated the pipes. Okay. Alright, you're gonna make petroleum. We're gonna run power poles down through the middle instead. Which means those power poles can all go away. Alright, so you guys are now running, you're making petroleum. Now, bare basics. So I want petroleum on one pipe. To future-proof myself, I want the next pipe, which is going to be light oil, to go there. And then my heavy oil, I want to push out at least 3 tiles away. So then in the future, I can put down some beacons. So that becomes my oil blueprint for one refinery. And we're just going to paste them one over top of one another. And then I'm going to take my whole set of 4 and just keep overlapping them. Basically until I run out of all the parts, which is not going to take too long, to be honest, because you use a lot of pipes. Okay, run power. Get out of the way, construction drones. On top of that, these particular drones do not do a very good job because they actually don't fly, they have to pathfind, so they actually have to work their way through all this piping mess. Turns out I'm only going to make the oil build that big, because at that big I've run out of all room possible. Okay, now as long as you have pipe on you, crafting underground pipe is not too bad. The trick is to make sure you have iron on you, or you're close enough to your iron bus, you can just go slurp the belt for a little bit. Okay, I don't want to make straight pipe. In fact, I do want to retain some amount of straight pipe on me. Okay, so we have oil refineries up and running. We're going to have petroleum pipe full of petroleum, hopefully. Where is the top of the build? Top of the build. Petroleum. Lots of petroleum in the pipe. Okay. Next thing I want is chemical plants, which I didn't pick up, it turns out. Can I fit... Yeah, I can fit a few more refineries up here. Okay, whilst we're at it, we're going to put in an oil tank as a buffer. Now, this is not inline, it's off to the side. That's perfectly fine. All it is a buffer. It's a buffer to make sure that we keep the lights on should something happen with our oil supply. Chance of something happening is pretty slim, but, you know, never hurts. Okay, so I want... What I want to do, I want to dump more coal, pick up a whole pile of chemical plants, dump these physically into machines. What else likes green circuits? You do, you do, you do, you do, you do. You do, you do. We're going to grab the 40 that we've got in there, plus I'm going to grab, where's my straight pipe? 777. That's an awful lot. No, actually, it's not a... That's not a lot. And we're going to grab all the undergrounds. Okay. So, oil's up and running. Next step is going to be... I should tap that coal and run it straight into grenades. Instead, we're probably going to use this coal for plastic when we get that far. Go, my robot army of pipe layers. Okay, next thing we want to do is we want to separate our liquids. So, as said, this is petroleum. The middle one is going to be light oil. The bottom one, which comes out to the far outside, is heavy oil. Heavy oil, we probably haven't unlocked yet. What am I out of? Iron again. Always iron. Heavy oil is actually going to be used for wherever it is. Lubricant. Which, nope, I definitely haven't unlocked that yet. So, we're going to pre-plan these guys out. These guys are going to be the lubricant brothers. They're going to have a whole giant... Their job for their whole life is to make lube. On top of that, we're going to have all sorts of cracking, which is basically what this area is reserved for. We're going to have to turn our heavy oil into light oil, our light oil into petroleum. Up here, we need literally one refinery. Your job is going to make sulfur, which is one of the reasons I brought up the water. Where do I leave the water? Water's actually on that side. In that case, we're going to build you over here. Paste. Paste. I need one solemn guy over here. And your job is going to be sulfur research. Actually, we'll cancel that one for the moment. Did I? No. Okay, so your job is going to be sitting sideways and making sulfur. Okay, so this is a very, very easy recipe, but we need it for chemical science. It is literally petroleum, just a dash of petroleum, and a touch of water will give us sulfur. So we literally need one assembler. That's all we're ever going to need to make sulfur for chemical science. Now, chemical science is unfortunately going to be all the way over here. Of course, I don't have enough ingredients. Copy you, put you here. So I need to take this across the bus as well. I think the best place is probably run it right beside. And I got two choices, actually. I can run... I could run... no, that's fine. I could run my petroleum down the bus and then make sulfur here with some water. Or I could just make sulfur up here and put it on a really, really long belt. We're going to put it on a really, really long belt. Nope, belt's got to still keep going. That's got to be far enough, I hope. And if you do this from map view, you can sort of get belts to intersect roughly. So we're going to run this guy with a straight line, or a straight-ish line. Just remove all the belt we don't, or all the trees we don't need, and run belt. And as long as sulfur pops out the other end, we'd call it a good one. Through a forest, because there's always a forest in the way. Clear more trees. Clear those trees. So, run this up here. Go away, trees. Now, it's generally a good idea, especially if you're on a map like I am, with the amount of trees I've got, to set up a way to burn off extra wood in your, either in your smelters or in your power plant, because it's just easier to get rid of it that way. As you can see, I've just been dumping down boxes full of wood, made of wood wherever I've dumped them. They're fine. They'll all get cleaned up later. I'll actually pass over the base with a deconstruction planner and just remove everything that shouldn't be there. You can be gone straight through, which now means you can all be straight belt. You can go that way. Again, we're going to keep coming this way with our sulfur belt. Power pole up a tile. Underground there. Oh. You don't need to underground anymore. You will need to underground, and you'll need to underground just because I'm lazy right this second. We did want to make some radars, which required iron, which I ran out of. Those belts can be picked up. Blueprints. I don't actually have a blueprint for chemical science because it has 3 ingredients. It has engines, so that's our first ingredient that we need to get up and running, which requires iron, and gears. That's basically the whole premise. Iron, and steel, rather. I'll get there in the end. It has 3 ingredients, so they're the 3 ingredients we're going to try and get up and running and get for it. Why are you so slow? Because you don't have belts. Upgrade. Done. And turns out I'm out of belt again. Okay, so this time round we're doing iron into forest. Into... Does that line up? Please tell me it does. That lines up. Iron into there. Can you guys get these belts done, please? Okay, iron into there, which needs to have a splitter to take... Oh, actually, no. You get replaced. We don't actually need you anymore because we're going to bring up... Now we have a belt of gears. Where did I leave my belt of gears? My belt of gears is all the way back here. Now we have a dedicated belt of gears. You go over, you go up, you go up. Bring that in there. I don't even know what that belt was. That's a non-belt. And I'll have to do those gears later. Okay, so gears need to go onto this side of the belt. And same as before, we're just going to bring it down. We're going to put in a splitter right there. And that becomes our gear production into this build. And then the other half of it is steel. Which is, again, back here somewhere. Coal, move back a tile, please. We want to split that off. We want to bring that over here. Is that right? I think that's right. We're going to have you underground to there. Which means you can be a straight belt. And you can be a straight belt as well. Okay, so this got us gear production, which is like 1/3 of the way to chemical science. Yeah. It's 1/3 of the way. All we need is steel to come in here and we'll start getting engines. And the reason I don't have a blueprint for chemical science is mainly because 1, the recipe's not that hard. 2, the components, like the engines that we make, are going to be used for robots. The red circuits we're going to be made are going to be used for lots of other things down the assembly as well. And sulfur is in the oil build, which has nothing to do with, you know, wherever chemical science actually has to be. So everything else I can make isolated. Chemical science, there's really no point. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave this episode. I'm going to catch you guys in the next episode where we're going to be getting red circuits up and running. What else are we going to have to get up and running? That goes that way. And you disappear. And gears there. Sorry, just printing this whilst I think about it. Because now we got upgraded to gears on the bus. We can start swapping things over. That's going to be a little bit more complicated, so I'll leave that till later. Done. I feel a little bit better. So yeah, next episode, red circuits, and then probably the chemical science build itself, and then we can jump through and get advanced oil processing, which will continue us down our path to robots. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave this episode. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you're enjoying, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. All right, bye.